if you want to ornament something, I think you need to recognize the inherent structure and, well, what was the composer doing? Like, there's this Telemann sonata. He does this. In the second section, he does this. So he cuts off the melody. He doesn't do this. So another way of thinking about it, which is maybe strange, but if you imagine that the second half, the G major section, is the melody, then the first part, this thing, is an extension of the melody. Because he doesn't do this. He doesn't do that. So he doesn't do that. He does this. So adding an ornament there already seems like it's over the top, because in the second half, he doesn't have even that part of the phrase. So I don't want to get too fancy with this piece. I want to keep it pretty simple. I just added those little, those little flickers. So instead of it's just this. What is it? Oh, I guess he does that. So I could ornament the bottom one. Now, technically speaking, I probably wouldn't do that, because this, I believe, is a movement. I haven't looked at it, but I don't believe the sections repeat. So normally, if I were going to do a little addition like that, I would do it in the repeat. I would, because there's enough going on in what Telemann wrote that it doesn't need that much ornamentation. There are other composers like Handel. I would never ornament this. I just wouldn't. It sounds like a barge, going down the water. It's so noble sounding. If, however, it repeated, I would. For example, like that, I would do a hemiola. I would, instead of 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, it's 1, 1, and 2, and 3. It becomes a 3-2 bar, just because it creates a little bit of a surprise and a lift. Makes the people playing cards over there, the king, lose their place for a second. So I like doing things like that. In French Baroque music, there's more of an opportunity. It seems like they just invite more fancy. Here. chords are so simple that there's plenty of room to, you can wander all around the boulders there, and it's clear where the boulders are. It's clear where those harmonies are. When they're moving more quickly, like in Bach, for example, it's very hard to ornament Bach because it doesn't need it, generally speaking. If you look at the, what's one of those? One of the cantatas like this. That's pretty ornamenty. So if I take a lot of it out, oops, I added one. I once heard a recording. I was in a cab. I should look up who it was, but somebody played the B minor sonata of Bach, and they did this. They're just totally simplified. I thought, what are they doing? And then they put in Bach's writing as the second version, and it was so beautiful. So see how he's ornamenting. And then these, they're really, and then he ornaments his ornaments. He doesn't do this. As he did this, he actually changes his own ornaments of a very simple idea. Now, I don't know how much of that was just, I don't know that he set out to write that way at all. I don't know what his process was, but it's very interesting when you break it down by taking away. For example, like, what's another one? I don't know. This one. If I break it down to a very, very simple melody, could be like Handel, right? Handel could have done that. But Bach, it's much fancier, right? So it's an interesting thing sometimes to look at composers and imagine their works and what they would have been if they were less, less illuminated.